2024 folded itself into two distinct chapters in my life. On April 14th, Nora bounded into my world, all pause and possibilities. 5 months later to the day, on September 14th, Margaret, my North Star and love of my life, slipped away. Between those two dates, I lived in the space between nurturing a new life and honoring a fading one. At 67 years old, you think you understand life's rhythms. Then the universe reminds you you really don't. While my personal world tilted between joy and grief, I found an unexpected anchor in studying artificial intelligence. Not because it provided answers, but because it taught me something about change. Like AI, we're all works in progress, learning from each interaction, adapting to new inputs. In those first weeks, I was drowning in static. Working with AI became my first lesson in noise reduction, filtering out everything but what I needed to get through each day. As summer turned to fall, I watched AI systems learn to paint, write, and reason, stumbling, improving, sometimes failing spectacularly. And it struck me that grief follows a similar pattern. There's no linear progression, no clear upgrade path. Some days you're version 2.0, and others you're back to debugging the basics. Watching these systems learn to understand context reminded me that I too was learning a new context for living. Like an AI model being retrained, I was processing new data. How to live alone, how to love what remains, how to integrate loss into my operating system without it destroying everything else. The most profound parallel emerged in understanding mistakes. In AI, mistakes aren't failures, they're really essential feedback loops. My clumsy attempts at moving forward, they were my human version of gradient descent, every misstep adjusting my path forward ever so slightly. And Nora, in her canine wisdom, became my real world validation set. She didn't care if my predictions about the day were accurate. She just needed me to be present, to engage with the moment's parameters as they existed, not as I wanted them to be. The technology that I studied didn't save me by solving my problems. It saved me by showing me that adaptation isn't just possible, it's fundamental to existence. We're all, human and machine alike, learning to navigate complexity with whatever tools we have at hand. And what fascinates me most as I teach others about AI is how AI has illuminated rather than diminished what makes us uniquely human. As these systems become more capable, they make visible the things they cannot replicate: the exquisite complexity of grief, the warmth of Nora in my lap, the 28 years of shared memories and incredible experiences that Margaret and I built together, cut short. We often talk about AI in terms of what it can do, but its limitations really reveal our superpowers, our ability to find meaning in chaos, to love despite loss, and to laugh in the face of uncertainty. While AI can process billions of data points, it takes a human heart to find poetry in the morning light or courage in a dog's unflagging optimism. I've come to believe that navigating an unknowable future isn't about having all the answers. It's about maintaining our capacity for wonder and possibilities, even when our world has been upended. It's about recognizing that being human means existing in the space between knowing and not knowing, between letting go and holding on. Margaret understood this instinctively. She approached each day as a prototype, not a final version. She used to say, there is no wrong way. And now, as I watch AI systems iterate towards understanding, I really realize how profound her insights were. When we release ourselves from the binary of right and wrong, we're free to be works in progress, learning to be better versions of ourselves, one interaction at a time. The true gift of this technology isn't its ability to replace human experience, but its reminder that growth is neither linear nor predictable. Like an AI model encountering the spaces between certainties, we adapt, we learn, and we surprise ourselves with our resilience.